These people know their stars. They dress the part. They play the part. People buy a ticket to come and see you perform, to see you compete. Show up looking like these two. That's what a professional wrestler is supposed to look like.
So, you know, Jimmy Hart, if I can drop a name there, what a name to drop, once said, if you dress like you should be in the front row, that's where you're going to wind up, in the front row. And these two ladies came dressed to the nines, and it really does matter. I mean, clearly, Shine Wrestling is all about sparkle and polish and being what we call TV ready. And these two ladies are definitely impressive so far.
Official telling Carolina to get that wrench out of the ring.
I think that's a fair request by the referee, but times have changed. You never know.
He throws a wrench in her plans, if I may say.
Jose Lucinella, our official, making his Shine debut. Both officials actually making their Shine debuts tonight that we have.
He's kind of shifty looking, though. I'm keeping my eye on that one, Trevin.
No comment as the ladies lock up. Talked before, Jazmyne Howe, trained by guys like J.D. Drake, former WWN champion, and Evolved Tag Team champion. Of course, George South, Caprice Coleman, Lodi. A lot of the great talent up in the Carolinas having a hand in Jazmyne Howe, who's been in the sport for about 4 years. And Carolina Cruz spent some time in the WWE Performance Center. Probably a good place to learn as well, wouldn't you say? Go behind takedown.
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing so far from both of these wrestlers. So again, so fluid in there. You don't expect that type of skill level so early in careers, but again, with the training and having such great athletic abilities and clearly spending a hell of a lot of time in the gym as well as the ring.
Both ladies in phenomenal shape. Keep an eye, of course, on Jazmyne Howe. She's a submission specialist. Her goal is going to be, and you can already see maybe targeting the arm, going to want to wear down Carolina Cruz, but don't underestimate Cruz. She might have been in the sport about a year, but when she was in school, both rugby in college as well as amateur wrestling, two sports that she was a part of. In fact, they were national champs in rugby. So we're going to see if that translates. What a shoulder tackle.
So impressive so far, and I will say these are the types of wrestlers that make it look easy, which we know it's not. I mean, I'm not a wrestler. I bruise like a beach.
Oh, Jazmyne caught and Carolina on top, throwing those forearms down.
Dropping bombs, ground and pound. Referee trying to break it up. My goodness. Where did that come from?
A little attitude right there. There's that confidence of Carolina. Loves racing cars, has a Nissan Z350 Sports, some kind of car thing.
That's the black and white. I thought she just like...
She's just one of those thrill seekers. You know, if you're not in the professional wrestling business, you're out racing cars. She just wants that constant adrenaline and constantly compete. And again, the confidence and just taking, not rushing anything.
Yeah, and for those who saw her on WWE Next Gen, it's actually pinfall. Young lady has a hell of a story. Her dad came over from Cuba on a raft. That's wild. Hell of an upbringing. And obviously there's that hunger, and that young lady's been not only raised with a hunger, like you said, desire, wants to get on top of the sport, and tonight is her opportunity in Shine Wrestling to get a victory in debut.
As you see, she's turning up that intensity in 10 cities. And from another debut, so many debuts here tonight. I love to see it. We're seeing some of the best talent that the country has to offer and beyond.
You bring up the intensity in 10 cities. Reminds me of the old Motor City madman, Ted Nugent. A man who respects professional wrestling. Beautiful. So physical. Both of these. Look at that. Loving these forearms.
Neither lady backing down, but you notice it was Jazmyne going back after the arm. I mentioned she's targeted, albeit look at that. Spitfire here. Carolina Cruz trying to take out the ribs of Jazmyne Howe. You can't breathe, you can't fight.
I know, I've seen you try to climb a flight of stairs, but I mean, to make a debut here in Shine Wrestling, beautiful. We know how much is at stake here, and she's here to impress, and she's here to beat her opponent down, no holds barred. That's exactly what she's doing. She's really, really domineering her at this point.
Yeah, total, absolute control of this match. Nobody home. Right as I open my big mouth. What a bad luck Schleprock sitting over here.
Yeah, too much showboating here by Carolina Cruz, and now Jazmyne Howell has a big opportunity. Notice it was the arm that Jazmyne's been targeting as well that went in to that turnbuckle, and curious to see how long it is before we see that submission attempt again from Jazmyne Howell.
Jazmyne with a huge fist to the face of our debutante Carolina Cruz, and now look at this!
Northern Light suplex taken down.
Yeah, here's that fire. Here's the dragon coming out to slay. Here she goes for the pin, and 1, 2. Oh, goodness. Very close.
Remember, you only get one debut, guys. So if you're Carolina Cruz right now, it's got to feel like a championship match when your shoulders are down.
It's kind of out of the frying pan and thrown into the fire. You're not fed some easy opponents on your debut and shine. These are ultra competitive matches.
Both ladies jockeying for position here. You can see Carolina trying to escape that front face lock. Jazmyne, of course, trying to give no solace, and there you go, going in for the guillotine.
Or like a spider monkey, look at this. Got her locked in, but wait a minute, Carolina.
Yeah, Havana Savage.
Release, yes.
Great move. You know when you're about to get choked out, you can get your opponent shoved right into the corners. That's exactly what you saw there, but Jazmyne, of course, not slowing down.
Jazmyne going up top.
What does Hal have in mind? Oh, caught with the kick, and I think Hal thought that Carolina was coming in and instead got caught. The pinfall, 2 count only. When you're in the air, guys, if your opponent puts on the brakes, what are you gonna do? You got gravity's gonna take you down.
There's nowhere to go. It's like she just threw herself into her own trap.
It's a worst case scenario, and Cruz hits it. Is this it? It is.
Wow.
Here is your winner, WWN Savage, Carolina Cruz.
Cruz hits a zigzag, big win in her debut. What a battle, though. Thought multiple times Hal had this thing, but ultimately Carolina coming up on top.
Beautiful debut from Carolina, and this is our second debut where they were victorious. I mean, maybe there's something in the air tonight, guys. We've got the trifecta on commentary. It's feeling magical in here.